what's up, Phoenix? It's your boy Monty. I'm here with some Seahawks fans.
Woo!
And they got Skittles.
Yeah!
So, alright, how do you think the game is going to go down?
I think it's going to be a tough game, but I think Seahawks can come out on top. In fact, I know the Seahawks are going to come out on top.
Really? Do you think, by a field goal, by a point,
Couple touchdowns.
by 14? Well, what do you think of the rope-a-dope defense and offense that you guys have? Especially the Packers is a perfect example of what their offensive defense is, capable.
Yeah, I thought at the end of it, I for surely thought the Seahawks were going to lose that game, but they came out on top. They did a miracle, and they're going to do it again for the Super Bowl.
Now, do you think they'll be able to do that against the Pats?
Yeah, they're going to blow them away.
Seahawks fans, folks. Seahawks fans.
Go Seahawks!
Yeah. So, all right, what do you think is going to win the coin toss? The Pats or the Hawks?
Seahawks. That's
Yeah, they're going to defer or they're going to take the ball?
they're going to receive.
Oh. So what do you think of the injuries up to the team?
I've been tracking the injuries this week, and I believe that they've been doing good. They've been taking care of themselves. They're healed up and they're ready to go.
Do you think they might be sore or a little tenderness there?
Maybe, but I think they're going to be all right.
The NFL Network and ESPN and everybody saying that Gronk's going to run all over the Seahawks. That the Seahawks won't be able to contain Gronk.
That's what they said about Matthews too. What happened?
True. Well, this is Gronkowski. This is a machine.
He has no chance against Seahawks.
Hey. All right, everybody. Let's get back to funding some Seahawks fans. Hey.
Go Seahawks!
Yo, what's up, Phoenix? It's your boy Monty. I'm here with the Cowboy fan. So, tell me, what do you think happened with the Cowboys when they fell apart?
It's the last-minute drive, It's every game we have that concern that in the last 2 minutes they're going to fall apart, and they had everything down. We needed one down, 1 yard, fourth and one.
Right.
I would have given it to running back, number one running back in the country, but they decided to go with Romo, and instead of a 5-yard pass, he threw a 40-yard pass, and it always leads us to something like that.
So, being a Cowboy fan, what is your opinion on Romo? Because he just gets a lot of BS.
I think he's a good quarterback. I think he needs a little bit better leadership, let's say, better direction. Overall, I think he's a good quarterback. He does get a lot of bad rap for others' mistakes and maybe coaches' wrong plays, but he's not that bad. I wouldn't put him in last minutes of the fourth quarter.
Right.
We need to bring in a closer like in baseball.
Right. So do you think Romo's going to have a future with the Cowboys? Because, it seems like ownership, the team is like, we're done. We're just about done.
From what I heard, they just signed a 5-year contract.
Oh.
He has five more years, and they signed a 5-year contract with Garrett, the coach. So I think they're both staying
put
for at least a few more years, unless Romo gets injured.
Now, what about now Romo lately has been injured. I mean, you barely tap him. He's falling on the ground and rolling around.
He's not young anymore, so when he gets hit, he's up there. He's one of those quarterbacks that gets hit a lot.
Right.
Not good protection, I guess. I don't know what it is, but definitely getting older and tearing wear. It's starting to show.
Now, what scared me about him was when he got that back injury, like his ribs.
Yep.
That I'm all for the game and everything, but when it comes to a serious injury where a player's gonna lose his career and not able to function properly, that's pretty scary.
It is, and I actually thought that was it for him. I thought he was going to be done for this season and then won't be back next, but somehow managed to come back. Yeah, he won a couple of games with that.
It wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty.
No, it was. Luckily, we have that running back right there.
Right. So, what do you think the Cardinals-Cowboys rivalry? I mean, this thing is just insane. I mean,
it's classic.
There's Cowboy fans fighting Cardinal fans, and there's a whole lot of,
My family actually went to one of the games over here a couple years ago.
Right.
That's the game where he broke his pinky.
Right.
The punter got broken, or the kicker got broken leg and all that. It's always a fight. I mean, you just have to be here. It gets loud. It gets, it's amazing to watch both teams go back.
And for some reason, that's like one of the hardest hitting games that I see.
I've noticed.
Besides
most injuries, everything comes out of Cowboys Cardinals games.
Yeah, and then you got the Bears and the Vikings, and the Bears and the Packers.
Yep.
Now those teams right there are the rivalry games, fights. Hardest hitting.
Absolutely. And Cardinals and Cowboys is out there. Definitely.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It gets loud here.
Oh yeah. All right, Phoenix, let's go find some more fans. What's up, Phoenix? It's your boy Monty. I found a Patriot fan. Yeah. All right. Now, I did an interview with the Seahawks fan, and they said that the Seahawks are gonna take Gronk down. They're gonna contain him. Gronk's not gonna be able to do anything. And I told him, Gronk's gonna run all over them. And they still said, "Oh, we're gonna hold him down and this and that." What?
Unless they have a machine, Gronk is not going down.
Exactly. So, how do you see this game? Do you see it being real close?
I see it as a good game, but I see the Patriots walking all over the Seahawks. Sorry, guys.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm
Sorry.
talking about. Do you think that this could be the first Super Bowl to go in overtime with these two teams?
It could be. It may. Very well may. But the more they talk about us, the stronger we get. So keep it up, haters, because we're good to go.
So, being that the Pats, seems like every time we get to the bowl, the big one, there's always controversy. The balls are inflated, stealing signs, recording the other team's practice. I mean, come on, why can't the Pats just go to the bowl?
Because it's hype for the money. That's all it is. They just want the hype. That's exactly what it is.
So what do you think of the Seahawks injuries?
Not worried about it.
You think it's gonna work in the Pats' advantage?
It may not.
So how do you see the game going? Is it be close?
I think the Patriots are going to take it by 6.
Oh, there you go, by 6. All right, let's go see some more fans, ladies.
Peace.
What's up, Phoenix? I found a Suns fan that is a Seahawk. Come on,
At
man.
heart, Garfield High School, University of Washington. We did that.
So, what do you think of the rope-a-dope offense, defense of the Seahawks?
Well, the defense is always consistent. If the offense plays a mediocre game, we got it in the bag.
Okay, but you guys almost lost against Green Bay. I mean, you guys had that 2-minute drill going.
Right.
But if you didn't get those runs, the passes, you guys wouldn't be here.
But like I said, the defense is consistent. What happened in the third quarter? They didn't score, and we scored 15 points unanswered. So the defense does their job. We just need the offense.
But why does the defense
They're your skills.
lack? How can I say? Let the opponent, beat on them, basically rope-a-dope them through the whole game.
Well, like I said, the defense is consistent. If we look at statistics, Russell threw 4 interceptions.
Yes.
4 interceptions.
Which could have basically almost cost them the game.
It could have, yeah.
Right.
It could have. But he continued to go to Curse. And those last passes to Curse in that third quarter, I mean, right on the money. I mean, right in the basket.
Yeah. And that overtime toss, man.
Everything went according to plan.
Absolutely.
Execute.
I knew that
Pete
was
Carroll.
gonna happen.
Pete Carroll. We don't have, nobody got rattled. Marshawn Lynch was dancing on the sideline in the third quarter.
Yeah.
The confidence was there. We've been there before. All last year, the Super Bowl season, we did that.
Right.
And the defense delivered, and all we need is offense to play a mediocre game and not to turn over the ball. And
So
another championship.
what do you think about Gronk running all over the Seahawks? Everybody's saying ESPN, NFL Network, everybody's saying that Gronk's going to run all over Seattle. That, Seattle cannot contain Gronkowski.
Well, actually, now that we got a couple of our defensive places back, they can try to run if they want to.
Okay.
They're gonna. New England, they usually do a pretty good job of play calling.
Right.
And officiating usually always swings their way.
Right.
I don't know Tom Brady, America's quarterback, but a lot of that officiating is really lopsided. So, I mean, it is a scary type of thing, but I feel real good about the defense. Like I said, if the offense plays a mediocre to okay game.
So what do you think about your boys' injuries? What do you think about their injuries right now? Do you think that's going to be a factor into the game, or as the game gets drawn out, you think that's going to be acting up?
It's the NFL. It's like ultimate fighting.
Right.
Right. You give those players that amount of time, and they have the best physicians that money can buy.
Right.
They'll nurse those injuries and they'll be willing to play. It's part of the game.
Do you think they'll be like 100% of game day?
I don't think they'll be 100%, but it's the NFL. I don't know if anyone plays 100%.
Not 100%. True.
NFL.
So all right, Seahawks #1 in penalties. How do you see that coming into play? You lose the Super Bowl by penalties and interceptions. How can you deny the fact that the Seahawks are #1 in penalties?
Well, I can't deny that fact. They are #1 in penalties. Stigmas will follow you a long way. A lot of those calls are questionable.
Well, that's right. They got 25 penalties against the Cards, but yet still find a way to win.
But New England's not a Cardinal team. Cardinal they were a phenomenal team.
Yes, they are.
They were down to their third string quarterback, and I guess you can only be Ohio State and pull that off. He did a phenomenal job, by the way. But New England's, they're not a Phoenix Cardinals team. You gotta put those guys away, and you gotta stay within, I say, 3 to 7 points to be able to pull that off against New England.
So the Pats down 14 points twice against the Ravens, came back and whooped that.
Yeah.
Now, if Seattle were to do that, it's just an implosion on Seattle's part, correct?
Well, I don't think we can deny what they did. I mean, Green Bay's a phenomenal team, almost equally as good as the New England Patriots.
Right.
And they did that. And I don't know what you've been seeing around here, but I've been all over the country, and I keep seeing Seattle fans pop up. And I lived in Seattle. I went to college and high school in Seattle, and I didn't know Seattle was global. I mean, everybody got their green and blue. I mean, it's a beautiful feeling.
Right.
I see a few New England fans today.
Right.
But I mean, it's Sunday. I mean, maybe the Seattle fans were here yesterday.
We'll see that. You're like the second Seattle fan that I found tonight.
Okay. Wow. Wow. All right. I'm Seattle to the heart. The interview was a pleasure.
Thank you, sir. Let's get back to hunting down Seahawks.